This doesn't happen every day. So watch this. In the middle of heavy traffic, a SUV and an old beater get into it. One bump, and the beater gets shoved off the lane, spins out, total chaos. And just when you think it's over, nope. The driver chases the SUV in reverse, full speed, weaving through cars like a maniac. And somehow, he hits the SUV twice, still going backwards like it's nothing. Skill, luck, pure madness, whatever it is, you're not seeing this again anytime soon. Watch what happens when one driver slows down at the worst possible moment. A car in the fast lane suddenly hits the brakes, throwing the whole highway into chaos. It gets clipped, dragged sideways, and slammed straight into another vehicle as a semi-truck tries desperately to avoid the mess. One split-second mistake, and everything goes downhill fast. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but the damage to their cars was pretty serious. Watch what happens when a simple mistake turns into an unexpected moment of integrity. At a red light, this motorcyclist accidentally brushed against a car he had just passed. But instead of speeding off, he pulled ahead, stopped his bike, and walked back, just to apologize to the driver. If you think this rider's action was cool, hit that like button. This is exactly what happens when you drive while glued to your phone. A woman behind the wheel stays focused on her phone instead of the road, and it doesn't take long before things go wrong. She drifts out of her lane, nearly causing a serious accident, all while driving a rental car. Later, she tried to lie about what happened, but the dashcam showed the truth instantly. This is a tense road rage moment caught on camera, but it ends in a way no one expected. A frustrated driver steps out of his car, and the argument quickly heats up. The person recording even gets out, worried because the angry driver tries to grab the camera. But what happens next is the real surprise. The driver's two children step in, far calmer and more mature than the adults. They separate them, soothe the tension, and gently tell everyone to return to their cars. A moment filled with anger, resolved by the two wisest people there, the children. A dash cam captured a tow truck hauling a car that had been in an earlier accident, but the driver didn't realize the vehicle he was towing was already on fire. This luxury car tried to make a quick maneuver in heavy traffic, but the driver misjudged the space. Within seconds, control was lost, and the vehicle slammed into the road barrier. Luckily, no one was hurt. Just a reminder that even power and precision mean nothing without patience. Take a look at this. As this female truck driver checks her tire, she looks saddened by the severe damage. Still, she understands that situations like this are something most truck drivers experience at some point on the road. This driver nearly got into a serious accident while recording a truck ahead. The truck's front tire suddenly blew out, causing it to swerve for a moment. Luckily, the truck driver managed to regain control just in time. Using a speed measuring device, a man reacts to a car speeding past him. In a moment of anger, he throws a drink at the vehicle, but the regret hits fast when he realizes the car he just targeted is actually a police vehicle. You can tell this officer was waiting for this moment. When a car suddenly sped past, this police officer didn't look upset at all. In fact, he looked excited.
Ooh, you got it!
Without hesitation, he hit the lights and took off in pursuit. For him, this wasn't a problem. It was part of the job. At first, everything looked normal. At this red light, a black car was waiting calmly beside a police motorcycle. The dashcam captured the moment. Nothing unusual, just another day on the road. But the instant the light turned green, the officer's siren came alive. Within seconds, the black car was pulled over. No one expected it, not even the driver. Something must have happened in that split second. What do you think he did wrong? This is why road rage can turn dangerous fast. A tense moment is caught on camera as a car driver argues with a bus driver in the middle of the road. It's unclear what happened earlier, but the car driver appears extremely angry. In response, the bus driver backs up and blocks the car, escalating the situation even further. This dashcam captured a moment of road rage that nearly turned into a serious confrontation. Tensions flared when the white SUV threw a drink at a black sedan after the sedan suddenly stopped, almost causing a crash. But just as the SUV driver tried to step out and approach, the sedan driver quickly sped away to avoid things escalating. This woman stopped when she spotted a truck loaded with potato chips. She jokingly said she wanted some chips. Surprisingly, the truck driver actually gave her a bag. This female rider suddenly stopped after noticing something had fallen off another vehicle, possibly from a truck. It was lying right in the lane and could have been dangerous for anyone passing by. Without hesitation, she carefully picked it up and moved it to the side of the road. Moments later, another rider stopped and asked if she needed help. She simply smiled and said, No, I just finished. Not everyone would do this. As the light turns green, this truck intentionally stays stopped after spotting an ambulance approaching from the opposite direction. Instead of moving forward, the driver waits patiently, giving the ambulance space to pass first. Take a look at this. This truck needs to make a U-turn on a very narrow road. With such limited space, the driver moves carefully, knowing that even a small mistake could turn into a serious problem. After taking some time and adjusting slowly, the truck driver manages to get through it safely. This could have ended in disaster. Take a look at what happened to this truck driver. While crossing a bridge, a sudden blast of strong wind nearly tipped his truck over. For a terrifying moment, it looked like he was going to lose control. But thanks to quick reactions and pure focus, he managed to keep the truck upright and drive away safely. A reminder of how dangerous the road can be and how fast everything can change. Take a look at this moment. A truck slowly swerves as the driver notices a little kid dancing happily on the side of the road. When the truck finally stops, the surprise is revealed. The woman behind the wheel isn't a stranger. She's the child's mom, just coming home from work. She hugs her child, hands over some food, and then gets back in the truck to continue her journey. This dashcam captures a terrifying moment in Bryan, Texas. A city worker jumps out of his truck just seconds before a Union Pacific train slams into it. The vehicle had stopped right on the tracks. No time to move, no time to save it. The worker escapes on foot, and moments later, the train crashes straight through the truck. Thankfully, no injuries were reported. But this video is a reminder of how fast a normal day can turn into a life or death moment. This dashcam caught a Karen doing something absolutely unbelievable at a red light. It all started when this Karen walked right in front of the driver's car as they were leaving a parking garage, so the driver stopped and let her pass. But moments later, the dashcam captured her, following the same car all the way to a red light, pulling up beside it, swinging her door open, and marching toward the driver in full anger. Then, out of nowhere, she started kicking the front of the car, not just once, but multiple times. This is an unexpected moment captured by a dashcam. Under an overpass, a motorcyclist rides calmly until a car suddenly switches lanes, sending him crashing onto the asphalt. But what happens next is what truly stands out. Another rider immediately stops to help, and the taxi driver quickly gets out of his car to assist as well. Shaken but safe, the motorcyclist rises to his feet, grateful that strangers rushed in when he needed them the most. You won't believe why traffic suddenly stopped on this busy highway. This footage shows a moment on the road where cars slowed down, all because one man was busy saving a mother duck and her ducklings. The mother managed to cross a high curb on her own, but her little ones were too small to climb up. So this man rushed over and gently helped all 4 ducklings up the ledge, even if it meant running back and forth to keep them safe. What do you think about this video? If you think what this guy did was awesome, drop a like on this video. A dashcam captures a dangerous burst of road rage on the highway. A motorcyclist starts confronting a black BMW, kicking at it multiple times as if trying to force a reaction. But the BMW stays calm. No swerving, no speeding up, no rage in return. Meanwhile, the biker keeps chasing, pushing the moment closer and closer to something that could turn tragic in seconds. It's a clear reminder of how one person's anger can put everyone on the road at risk, and how staying calm might be the only thing that prevents disaster. Fog can hide danger instantly. Watch this. When visibility drops, you must slow down. This dashcam shows a driver suddenly facing a truck overtaking, in thick fog, right in his lane. With just a split-second reaction, he swerves and avoids a deadly head-on crash. One moment of awareness saved his life. This is exactly why you must use your hazard lights when stopping suddenly. A white Audi comes to a sudden stop to let a sedan cross the road, but without turning on its hazard lights, the driver behind has no warning, and the crash becomes unavoidable. Fortunately, no one was hurt, though both cars suffered serious damage. A simple signal could have prevented all of this. This is how road rage starts with one reckless move. This black car tries to change lanes by cutting in front of a truck, and to make it worse, the driver forces their way into a tight spot right inside the truck's blind zone. From that position, the truck driver can't see them at all. And remember, a fully loaded truck can't stop suddenly. But here's the crazy part. After squeezing into the lane, the car driver gets angry and starts blaming the truck driver, claiming the truck didn't give them space. This is the kind of attitude that turns simple traffic into dangerous road rage. You won't believe how fast this simple moment turned into full-blown road rage. This is a case of road rage triggered by a classic Karen moment. While on the road, this woman is loading her 2 dogs into her truck, blocking traffic in the process. The driver recording this gives a single honk. just to signal that she's holding up the lane, but instead of finishing quickly and moving on, she snaps. She walks straight toward the recording driver, yelling, and moments later, her husband joins in while she records the whole thing, acting as if she's the victim. Fortunately, the dashcam captured everything, providing clear evidence of what actually happened.
I have you on my Dashcam.
Watch how this truck driver flashes his high beams to communicate clearly before moving around the car in front. Here's an important driving tip. Flash your headlights before passing another vehicle. This quick signal helps the driver ahead notice you, reduces blind spot risks, and makes overtaking much safer. You won't believe what this truck driver saw behind him. A trucker jumps out of his cab and sprints back when he notices another truck flipped over on the road. He shouts,
"Are you okay?"
but then freezes in shock when he realizes the driver trapped inside is a woman.
Yeah, I just trying to get my shoes on.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't ride out of my...
He never expected her to be behind the wheel of a rig like that.